Hello there, I'm AJ, and welcome back to some more Hero Siege. In the last episode, you weren't here because I forgot to press the record button. However, I am now going into some more wormholes, which I'm now on level 6 of the wormholes. You missed level 4 and 5 and possibly 2. I don't know, but we're doing the wormholes again. I am very pleased with these wormholes. I found out, or more to the point, I was just exploring, and this is what I think is going on, that the bosses seem to have more different moves now than they had originally. I don't know if that's a thing of the wormholes, or if it's a thing of the difficulty level. Because when I was leveling up, I didn't actually level by killing bosses. So because I didn't level by killing bosses, I have done very little killing bosses. Ooh, that was close. In the meanwhile, all I've done is I have killed loads of normal enemies. Now, normal enemies, obviously, they're just normal enemies. They're not going to do any interesting extra attacks. As far as I know. Unless I've been missing loads of that. So, just wormholing at the moment. I want to do bosses now. That's the idea. As many bosses as I can do, because I've got to find out all of these new moves that these bosses have. They're fun. Oh, and I may have stuck on a load of new stuff. I can't remember. I might show you my gear at some point. It's not the best gear in the world, but for those people who like looking at gear, I might show you my gear just so that you know what I'm dressed in currently, as I go around as the almost invincible Pally. I've actually probably still got some leveling to do because I've not really checked whether I've been given any more skill points for ages. You get so many skill points on gear that your actual skill points aren't quite as important as they were. Okay, let's see. I like these statues. They're fun. And they're everywhere. I wonder if you'd got the... If you hadn't got the expansion, the carp something expansion, I wonder if you would still get this level in the wormholes or not. Don't get trapped, don't get trapped. I don't want to die because I think that dying means that when you finish the particular wormhole, it doesn't allow you to level up the wormhole again. And I'm guessing that the further up in the wormholes you go, the more cool stuff you get. And I'm all about the cool stuff. At this stage, it's cool stuff farming. That's what I'm doing. I do wonder if the cool stuff that you get is mostly sort of character locked. When I say that, you've got a shared stash between all your different characters, but the skills and stuff that appear on your items are very character-centric. So, my theory, if you can call it that, is that it might not be transferable to other characters, because surely the skill that you've got is a skill for your character. I will have to research this. Am I trapped? I'm trapped. No! Death by pink goop again. Pink goop is most definitely the bane of my existence in this game. I don't know how many times it's been the pink goop that's done me in. Maybe I need to be more careful. I don't know if those lightning flashes are coming from me or if they're coming from something else. They seem a little... Those, everywhere. Lightning flashes. That has to be me, doesn't it? I don't think that I've been fighting the same enemies, so that's me. I've not found much use for keys in these wormholes, which is a pity because I get loads of them. Okie dokie. Go away, skeleton. At least you're not throwing pink goop at me. I appreciate you're not throwing pink goop at me. Oh, another blue key. Ah, that's definitely me. In which case, how much damage is that doing? If it's doing any at all. Sometimes I do get the feeling that these added skills aren't pulling their weight. Fiery enemies. Ow, what's that? There are shots everywhere. I'm so pleased with Pally's invincibility skill. I mean, both of these skills are pretty much invincibility skills now. Which means that all of the skills that I'm using invincibility. I just have to worry if I get trapped somewhere. Which seems to be happening more often. No, don't trap me. Just after I say it. I should level. I really should. I might level after this. Or have I leveled actually? Because this blue bar is going epically slow. It's not like the other ones. Perhaps. I don't know. I'm tempted to think that after a certain stage in the wormholes, oh dear. Concentration. I need more life. Thank you. Awesome. So, have I got any levels? Oh, I have got some levels. Okay, let's put them all in that. That's interesting. All of the stat things have a little plus and then a blue marker next to them. So are my levels like super levels at this stage, or what? Don't know. Let's put another point in holding over because it's the only skill I'm using pretty much. Along with invincible. Give me stuff! Whoa, there's a lot of enemies here. It really is okay so long as I can just stay well enough away that they don't trap me anywhere. As soon as I'm trapped, I've had it. A chest! How rare is that? I really think that I must have seen... I think that's the first chest I've seen in one of these, other than the chest that you get for the boss. Gear. Give me gear. Preferably red gear. No? No red gear. Purple gear? No. Ah, right, so there's no enemies left, so I need to go back to the... which I'm right next to. That happens so many times. The eye. Has he got any new skills? Don't know. He's got lightning coming from him, which I don't think he had before. They're off. Yeah, I don't think he had the lightning enchantment before. He definitely had the lasers. Go away, eye. Bring out the other eyes. Officially that means that the eye is 3 eyes, not just 1. Or 2. Those explosions, they're the things that killed me off the other time. Yay! That gets rid of the electric thing, I think. Possibly. That's a lot of lasers. Glad I wasn't anywhere near that. Come on, eyes. I want to move on to the next level, though. Now that I've died, will it just count it as not? Will it stop me from moving on? Will I be stuck on level 6? Which, as far as I can tell, is part of destruction difficulty still. Die, eyes! That's one of them. Which one's the one that's alive? Probably the one that's shooting. Okay, he's dead too. Ooh. Gear. Lots of gear. And lots of crystals. Excellent. Press button. Yes. Chest. Give me stuff. Whoa. Tons of keys. Okay. We can move on. Wormhole, yes. I want to go into 8? 8? I thought we were on 6. Okay. Snowy level. Get away from me, flay thingies. Why would they have a nest in a tree? Cursed dolls. Okay, why would they have a nest in a tree? It's called a rat nest. They're not rats. Life. Give me life. All of you give me life. Yellow items. I'm not even bothering to pick up yellow items now. I don't know if there's any use to picking up yellow items anymore. Oh, I was going to show you my gear at some point, wasn't I? Noted. I will try to remember. When there isn't a bunch of enemies trying to eat my niblets, then I will consider looking at my gear. Go away, enemies. Okay, I'm alright, I'm alright. I like the big lightning things. I think it has to be part of my gear. Maybe we'll find out when we have a look. But they're really pretty. I mean, the other Nova is just big balls of light, so that's not as fun as the lightning. Which is technically a big column of light, so... How many enemies? This is a really small space. Gun! Gun are the enemies. Okay, let's go somewhere safe up here. And have a look at our stuff. We have the bucket for our helmet. Heaven's Might. Something red. Something else red. Yes. We have some reasonable gear. I don't know if it's not the best gear, but it's reasonable enough. More enemy killing. I'm very pleased with the wormholes. I was thinking that they weren't going to be all that much of an interest after the game. I was thinking, once you've completed it, you've completed it, right? But no. With all of the additional stuff, it's actually quite cool. I want red items in every single slot. That's my aim now. Getting rid of bosses. Leveling up that blue bar, because I've never even found out what these extra skill points do. If they're like super powered points of some type. They could be. Well, I need some more damage. I'm not doing so much damage in this anymore. I wonder what level items that I get off these. I know that the actual leveling seems to stop at 150. The original leveling. And then from there, I don't know. And I need to know. Another rat nest. And not a rat to be seen. Clearly, the skeletons have had the exterminators in. Die, monsters. No rat nest for me, thank you. Okay, is there anything down here? No. Moving on. Whoa. Nearly got myself trapped. I think... No, we've got 10 left, so this doesn't look like 10 to me. I suppose it could be 10, but no, I don't think so. Not 10, so there are more. Where are you? At the very top. How did I miss that? Come on then. One of them's bright red. Faceless horror. I'm just so glad that none of them shoot pink goop at me. That's all that matters to me. As long as you don't shoot pink goop, I'm fine. The Unholy Priest. Now we are not doing much damage against this Unholy Priest. Uh-oh. I'm going to have to save my invincibility bit for that, because that looks like it could kill me. He's lightning enchanted as well. Okay, time to do that. Oh, it didn't even hit me anyway. Oh no, that hit me. But it didn't seem to do much damage, thankfully. Did I invincible myself at the time? I don't know. The minion's doing well. Firing off loads of whirlwinds. I tried to do invincibility then, but it just didn't. Never mind. I don't think he's doing any attacks that sufficiently murder me to get me down to lower health. And those just aren't a problem as long as you're close enough. It's strange to meet a boss that you're much better at if you're a melee attacker. Because I would have thought that most of the bosses are far easier if you're not a melee attacker. Because you can stand way back and forget about it. Right, he's nearly done. Very nearly done. And he's done. Defeated. 2.2 billion lives. So that's just a little life. No, I don't want to go in another wormhole just yet. I've only got one wormhole key. I've had so many free wormhole keys. I was expecting to do better. Okay, so it's not allowed me to move up a level in the wormholes. But that seems to make sense because basically I'm not doing much damage in here anymore. I need some more items. And I think that I need to farm more items before I actually start opening more wormholes. That or just getting more wormhole keys. So I can afford a few. I think they're 250,000 for a wormhole key. I seem to remember that being the extortionist price for it. I know I get money like mad in this, but yeah, it's still pricey. Around here you can definitely buy a nice house for that. 250,000 and he only gets himself a wormhole key. I would be so disappointed if I spent 250,000 and I just got a wormhole key. Oh, that's one of those special enemies. The enemies that gives me cool stuff. Is he dead? Or perhaps he's just going to give me coins, which is far less useful. Having said that, I did say I needed wormhole keys. So maybe he was listening. We have 49 enemies left. Still alive. Wait. How many millions of life did he have? It is getting silly with the enemy life now. Look at how slow we're leveling. I think that was something that happened in the last patch. Sorry, the last update. It wasn't a patch. Patch kind of implies that there was something broken. And I don't believe there was. Right. 41 enemies left. This should thin the herd a bit. How many now? 31. So that was 10 just there. What the heck? That enemy has some spiky things around him. That's not very nice. Good. Moving on. 26. I don't like the wallers because they do trap me, and that is definitely unpleasant. They're not as bad as the things that shoot pink slime, but at the same time they can be, because if I'm trapped, I am done for. I need to do the circling action. Pally needs to dance around the enemies. That's his path. Ooh, I love that. Purple. And it apparently does me good, so I shall have to have a look at that. Let's see, 12 enemies left. Did those just fire from... Where did they come from? They're not coming from me, so they're just part of the level. 7 enemies. This is 3 of them, so there's 4 somewhere else. Where are they? Probably over there, I think. This away. Yes? Yes, definitely. Okay. Let's see. See what boss we get this time. And if it allows us to level up the wormhole this time, because we haven't died yet. Potentially it might not be long before we do, but so far, so good. Interesting. Just a light and no passage. Whoa. Okay, the glutton. This is not a safe place. Wow. This is what I mean by some of the bosses seem to be doing other stuff. I don't remember this boss having so much stuff. Did we fight this boss in the other difficulty? I'm not sure. But this is quite dramatic. All the I presume that if you're in the pink area, then you get poisoned by that pink stuff. Which means that you have to stay in this. I suppose it's okay if you're standing right next to him because you can't really get got by much, but I'm definitely getting hit occasionally. Again, 2.2 billion life. I was killed by a normal shot. Mean, and I'm out of wormhole keys, so I'm going to have to do some buying of wormhole keys and leveling and all that sort of thing. So I shall catch you in the next episode, and hopefully more wormholing, more bosses, more stuff. See you then.